All right, well, it's 6:01, and we are ready to call the May 2nd Sustainability Advisory Board meeting to order. First item on the agenda is public comment.
Hi, I'm Steve Barney, 1335 Summit Ave. And in the Common Council Candidates Forum in March, all the candidates agreed that they would they are in support of divestment from fossil fuels. I mean, they all made statements in support of that. And I just saw that Copenhagen, Denmark became just last week the third European capital to divest from basically from coal and natural gas and so forth. The main thing is coal. And I haven't been able to find anything. Well, at the forum, the candidates also indicated that the Long-Range Finance Committee is now reviewing this issue, and I guess that's because you guys passed a resolution in October of 2013 to do so. It was actually a resolution and I had initiated, but I think we made changes. So I was looking in the minutes of the Long-Range Finance Committee, and I was looking for them, I couldn't find any minutes at all. So I just don't know. I haven't been able to find any information for updates on that. And I wonder if you might be able to update me.
Yes?
I'm the chair of the Long-Range Finance Committee, and this has been brought forward to us. The problem is that the city does not invest in individual securities per se. You know, that we don't go out and buy just stock in company A. We invest in mutual funds and in brokerage funds. The Long-Range Finance Committee has looked into this, and what happens is in doing that, because we invest in funds, that we would constantly have to have our fund managers seek out investments that any time, and these funds that we buy them, buy and sell funds as well. And so if they go and they buy a fund and buy stocks into a fund that are for a fossil fuel company, it becomes a bookkeeping issue. It's very difficult to try and manage that. If we were only investing in single securities of companies, it would be much easier. But this is something we have looked at, and it is still on our agenda to do. But at this time, with the way the city invests money, it's very difficult to find funds because then we also have to balance out the return on our funds. So it's, to manage it, we'd have to pay more in fees to consistently review these and get sure that there's nothing in there, but then that minimizes the amount of money we make, and so we have to balance the fiscal needs of the city as well as this. So it has been in front of the Long-Range Finance Committee. It's something we're looking at, but I don't know when it will come forward again, but that's the update on it.
Okay, thank you. Does that help answer your question, Steve?
Yeah, it does. But it's good to hear this, because now, some of us might be able to respond in a helpful way. For example, I just online today just saw that let's see, what was that news? There is an index of different funds that ranks different pension funds and so forth in regard to divestment, and that might be helpful to you because there's a lot of expertise, in that organization. And I saw, for example, that the New York State pension fund is is very highly ranked and much lower, but included in that list is also the Wisconsin Retirement Fund. So apparently it can be done, and I'll try to follow up with this. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. All right, the next item on the agenda is approval of minutes from the April 4th, 2016 meeting. All right,
Second, okay.
motion by Lurton, second from Jan. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
I'm abstaining just because I haven't looked at them.
Okay, great. Motion carries.
Honestly, I've looked at a lot of other things, but not that.
Thank you for your honesty. All right, Spring Barrel Workshop is happening on Saturday, May 14th, 2016, and
That
in
would
your...
be Rain Barrel Workshop.
Yes, did I say something wrong?
I think you said
Spring barrel.
Spring barrel, yeah, the spring rain barrel, thank you. Not just spring, there will be rain in those barrels. Saturday, May 14th, 2016.
Pub crawl joke in there, but we'll let it go.
Oh, okay, thank you. You should have all had posters in your packet, and is there anything additional anybody wanted to mention in regard to that?
Please promote.
Yeah, I shared it. We hosted 60 students at UWO on Saturday, April 23rd, and every one of them went home with a promotion. So hopefully parents who signed their kids up for learning about the watershed will also be interested in rain barrels.
Yes,
And
wonderful.
I think Emily's already got this information correct. Yeah, I figured.
All right, so if any of our watchers want to attend, look at the poster for all the sign-up information. Okay, next on the agenda is finalizing the impervious surface brochure. So several months ago, we passed around a brochure regarding impervious surfaces, and at that time, we asked for comments and really didn't get many, but I think we are to the point that we'd like to be able to get this out in some form or another, so just wanted to give everybody one more chance to look at it. If you do have any comments or feedback, please feel free to email Liz or myself directly, and let us know, and hopefully we'll have a finalized version at the next meeting.
I have an edited version for you, so I'll just give it to you.
That'd be great. Thank you.
And just as a feedback, is the council approved a new planned use, the twin dominium, over by where the Mercy Medical used to be, and part of it is to include some
Impervious pavers.
pervious pavers in this
Awesome.
project.
Over by Menominee Park.
In back where the old hospital used to
Oh,
be,
I
along
understand
Grove
that.
Street.
Yep.
Where there's those
Empty lot.
condo type.
Yeah.
It's in one of the empty lots, and it's a partnership with Oshkosh, the Winnebago County Housing Authority, and Habitat for Humanity, and what they're going to be doing is they're building a twin dominium that will be handicap accessible.
Cool.
I just have one suggestion, and this is always my usual complaint, that justification with all these spaces is not English, and we don't space like that. So if you can't write it so your justification looks like English, don't justify. And I see on
So
this...
don't have right and left justifications for your margins.
Right. And I
Okay.
see on this, on the back here, on this left column, that you did not justify.
Okay, I just did the formatting that was included in the template.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm just making a comment.
No,
generically.
I appreciate that, thank you.
I thought you were going to call her out on the periods at the end of the bullets. That's usually your
That
pet
too.
peeve.
That is my pet peeve too. But I didn't get that far.
I thought I would leave that for Jan.
I don't even remember, I don't have it in front of me.
Here's actually a spare copy. I mistakenly printed 2 copies.
Thank you. We will not do periods. Problem solved. Sorry, it's been a while since I've worked on this, so. But yes, if you do have any other feedback, definitely look at it for content as well. And then, like I said, hopefully we'll have a finalized version at the next meeting. All right, next is coordinating dates for Saturday Farmers Market booth.
You want me to take that one?
Yes.
Okay. I sent out an email, I think it was last week, with a little doodle poll link in it. If you're not, is everyone familiar with doodle poll and how to use that? No? Basically, all you need to do is click on that link. There will be a space for you to put your name in, and then you just check the boxes that work for you. If you'd like, we can have a brief conversation about that tonight in terms of if you have questions about what your role would be for volunteering. I know a number of you have participated with the Rain Barrel, farmers market booths in the past, so we can talk about that if you'd like.
You may want to include council, because one of the things we're doing is trying to get out in the community more. And you might want to bring in.
We'd love to have you guys. That would be fabulous.
There's the other council members.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we have the dates, we can definitely let council know.
Did anyone other than me respond to the poll?
I have heard from a few, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Because at the time that I did, nobody had, so good, yay. I meant to poke people and be like, hey, get this done.
So I think there are a few dates. I'm just going to plan on selecting probably 3 or 4, if you guys are comfortable with that, and then I can report out on which dates they'd be at the next meeting. Basically, the expectation to volunteer to serve at the booth would mean you would help set up. There's a canopy and a table, and then there's materials, and then you hang out at the booth while the farmers market is open, talk to residents that come by, have questions, answer them as best as you can, or direct them to staff however you see fit. So
Understand that. It's just which dates did you want? Because I'm retired, so you can have any day you want.
So you're available all of them? You're not taking any holidays out of town or anything?
Not that I know of, no.
okay. Well, if I'm hearing you correctly, does that mean that whichever dates are selected, you would be willing to volunteer to be there as well? Okay.
Because I just go there grocery shopping and
Perfect.
It's super fun. You lose your voice by the end of the day.
But that's how we met you.
yeah, that's how I got into this.
Well, thank you for that volunteer. That's very
problem.
nice of you.
He wants to help pay it forward now. Thank you.
That's all. I'll let you guys know at the next meeting which dates were selected, and I'll take care of sending in the application.
Could you let us know before next meeting? Because my calendar's filling up fast.
I can do that.
Incredible how that happens.
I have stuff planned till 2018, April of 2018 already, so.
Really?
I know.
I think there are clinics that can help people like us.
All right, next on the agenda is a reminder about the UW Oshkosh Environmental Studies student presentations happening Tuesday, May 3rd, so that's tomorrow. It's May already, at 11:45 right next door in City Hall, room 406.
Was anyone from the board able to make it?
I will be there.
Me too.
Good.
And who else is invited to that? You know?
I extended the invitation to the Regional Sustainability Communities Network. So that's made up of Neenah, Menasha, Appleton, all the way up to Outagamie County. I did hear back there's going to be representatives from East Central Regional Planning, the Town of Menasha, Sustainability Board, and UW Extension and the DNR. In addition to internal staff, I extended it to the Department of Public Works, the Sanitation Division, the Assistant City Manager is going to be there, my supervisor, Alan Davis, Director of Community Development, has said he'll be there. So we're having a pretty well-rounded group, and then I believe the university, there's representatives from the university faculty that will be there, Amy Niendorf, trying to think who else, Jim Feldman, and a lot of the environmental studies program faculty will be there. So it should be a pretty good group, I think, Mr.
And right
will
now,
be there.
my schedule is open, but that is subject to change, as it's during the day.
Yeah. So I did hear also from Ben Stepanek from the council, so he will also be there. So we've got a pretty good group of attendees, I think.
And do we know 11:45 until?
They have to be out by 1, so it'll be a real quick timeline, about 10 minutes per presentation with a few questions or questions afterwards.
Great. Thank you. All right, next on the agenda is agenda items for the future meeting. Is there anything that we wanted to make sure that we address at June's meeting?
Where are we with the ICLEI milestones?
That was shared with council, I believe, 2 or 3 weeks ago in their the city manager's newsletter. Staff recommended a workshop with council, so we're just waiting for them to initiate selecting a date for that.
Has council talked about this?
We've got a couple other things coming up in front of that,
Okay,
as far as workshops go.
okay.
Yeah, but it's...
Like by the end of the summer, we can hope?
Probably should be able to, yeah.
Okay.
But there's some other things that have kind of come up that I think we've got workshops scheduled for, I think, maybe the next 2 or 3 meetings. Yeah.
Keep us in there, because I'm really eager to see this through and to have Oshkosh continue to be a leader when it comes to, as at the city level, addressing climate change. So this is our strongest tool.
Great. Is anything else?
Just a reminder, if you could send me those contacts for the panel that you mentioned at the last meeting. We were going to invite people from the state to talk about the 2025 initiative, and you had suggested that we speak with someone from, I believe it was We Energies and maybe WPS.
I would need to look through my notes. I'm usually pretty good at following up like the next day, because I forget a month later.
Thank you. But otherwise, that is something that I'm hoping we can have for our July meeting, because I'm not going to be able to promise June, but I'll work on it for July.
All right, and our next meeting is going to be on Monday, June 6th, 2016. And if there's no other business to discuss, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, and my congratulations, you run a very effective meeting.
20 minutes, not even, 18 minutes, not bad. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any oppositions? All right, meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Bicycle.